Are you stuck in a rut? Feeling like you're not reaching your full potential? Maybe it's time to get uncomfortable. This isn't just advice, it's a challenge. Because true growth, it doesn't happen when you're at ease. It happens when you're tested, stretched, even scared. This is the uncomfortable truth most avoid. But not you. Not today. You're probably comfortable. But is that really what you want? Comfort might feel good in the moment, but it rarely creates greatness. Growth begins the second comfort ends. So if you're ready to evolve, to rise, to unlock your next level, you'll have to walk straight into discomfort. Not just visit it, live in it, own it. I used to be terrified of public speaking. The idea of standing in front of people, having them judge me, see me stumble, it paralyzed me. But one day, I decided enough was enough. I embraced the fear. I stepped onto a stage. My hands were shaking, my voice cracked, but I didn't die. In fact, I came alive. That single uncomfortable choice changed the trajectory of my life. Let's go deeper. The idea of the comfort zone is seductive. It's a place where things feel familiar, predictable, safe. But comfort zones have a cost, because while they shield you from fear, they also shield you from growth. You stay where it's warm, but you never learn to handle the cold. Think about it. How many times have you turned down an opportunity, not because you weren't capable, but because you were comfortable? Because you were afraid of how it might feel to fail, to be rejected, to be seen as imperfect? Comfort zone equals stagnation. You can stay the same for years, even decades, and still call it a life. But that's not living. That's surviving. And survival is the lowest bar you can set for yourself. What happens when you choose discomfort? You evolve. You begin to challenge the lies your comfort zone whispered, that you're not enough, that you'll fail, that people will laugh. You realize discomfort is the forge where new identities are shaped. Each uncomfortable step is a rep for your soul. Growth only happens under pressure. Diamonds don't form in ease, they form in fire. Every time you take a risk, every time you face something that scares you, you send a message to your brain. I am stronger than my fear. And over time, those messages rewire how you see the world and how you see yourself. That's the power of challenge. It builds resilience. You get mentally tougher. You stop breaking under pressure. You learn to carry the weight instead of crumble beneath it. Because the truth is, discomfort doesn't break you. It reveals you. It uncovers the parts of you that would have remained dormant forever inside a cushy, numbed-out life. The parts that fight, that stretch, that evolve. Discomfort is a mirror, and what it reflects is potential, unpolished, untapped, raw. Let's talk about why this works from a scientific standpoint. Discomfort triggers the brain to adapt. To neuroplasticity, the ability of your brain to rewire itself, is activated when you're challenged, when you're outside the lines. Comfort is familiar, but the brain doesn't grow from familiarity. It grows from struggle. So if you want to be smarter, sharper, stronger, you must seek the stress that stretches you intentionally, repeatedly. And this is where the growth mindset comes in. The belief that your abilities aren't fixed, that they can be expanded through effort, failure, learning, and adaptation. Instead of running from discomfort, you start to crave it. You learn to see challenge as proof that you're in the arena, that you're evolving. This mindset doesn't just change how you face problems. It changes your identity. You stop being someone who avoids pain and start being someone who transforms through it. Now, let's get practical. How do you begin embracing discomfort today? Start by identifying your comfort zones. Where are you coasting? Where have you traded growth for ease? Be brutally honest. Then start small. You don't need to jump off a cliff. You need to take a step. Speak up in a meeting. Say no when you'd normally say yes. Take that cold shower. Start that project. Set micro goals that make you just uncomfortable enough to stretch, but not snap. And when you do something hard, celebrate it. Acknowledge the courage, the progress, the transformation. Because discomfort is not just a challenge. It's a teacher. It reveals what you're made of. When you live outside your comfort zone, something wild happens. Your confidence increases. You trust yourself. Because you've seen yourself survive and thrive through fear. You gain new perspectives. You meet people you never would have. You have conversations you never expected. You stumble into opportunities that only exist off the beaten path. And most of all, you begin to feel fulfilled. Because deep down, we know we're meant to grow, to push, to evolve, to become. Comfort numbs you. Discomfort wakes you up. If you want to live a big life, you have to be willing to feel uncomfortable feelings, uncertainty, fear, vulnerability, rejection, boredom, frustration, awkwardness. But what's on the other side? Growth, mastery, power, peace. This is your call to action. Identify one thing you've been avoiding because it makes you uncomfortable. One conversation, one goal, one risk. Do it. Don't wait until you're ready. You won't be. Do it scared. Do it unprepared. Do it uncomfortable. That's where your future lives. Outside the lines, beyond the fear. Your growth doesn't live in comfort. It lives in the discomfort you've been avoiding. Run toward it. Because you're not here to stay safe. You're here to grow.